welcome to Devils United for another Manchester United preview. Manchester United versus Arsenal, and I have got a good friend of mine, Luca. Luca, how are you?
I'm good, man. We meet again. I remember this time last year, December last year, Manchester United and Arsenal, we did combined 11, and I pretty much screwed that combined 11. We're back here again. Arsenal, Manchester United at Old Trafford, are back here again. So I'm good, man.
And the good thing is, when they came to December, they played on my birthday last year, and we got the 3 points. It could be that
this time we're looking for redemption. So
redemption. Just make sure you don't write Tony Adams in the combined 11 because it won't come up.
Mate, my combined 11. If we are going to be doing a combined 11 on that website, whatever the website was, from 12 months ago, what months it was, 9 months ago, then clearly I exactly know what starting 11 I'm going to go for because I did a combined 11 earlier. So
if we do a combined 11, we'll do with the current squad. So that will be basically the majority of the Man United players. So we'll quickly jump into the comments here. Good evening, I like coffee. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming into the chat.
Coffee?
What?
Where's my coffee, man? If your channel's called I Like Coffee, I want my coffee right now, yeah? I'm waiting.
Good evening to Reese. Hope you're well, and I hope you have a lovely short stay at Bristol, in the best country in the world called England. Hey there to my dad. I hope you're well. Thanks for coming into the chat. Good evening to Ravi. I hope you're well. Thank you for coming into the chat. And my dad said, Luca, you got dirt on your shirt. Oh, it's just an Arsenal shirt.
No, Rob, you would say that, wouldn't you?
United will lose 3-1. You always bet against us, Ravi. Keep doing it. Because when you draw and bet us to draw and lose, we win. So keep doing it, Ravi.
I thought Ravi was a Liverpool fan.
He is, but he's betting us to lose. But every time he bets us to lose or draw, we win. So we can keep doing it.
Clearly, man. Clearly.
So,
raving, man.
Yes. Let's do it. We'll hear more about Arsenal because it's been quite of a roller coaster since having Arteta as a manager. You've had a great pre-season, a great first 5 games of the season, 5 wins, 5 games. I think you was unbeaten as well in the pre-season. So how would you say so far?
It's been closed doors, and that was it.
That's not bad. But what would you say it's been like for you, for Arsenal this season and pre-season?
For me, look, I'll start off with the positives, right? Because that's what we do on the shows, yeah? Start off with positivity, yeah? For me, I think it's been a good pre-season, right? Yes, we brought Saliba in, which he's done very well. He's come in, Arteta's given him a chance, and I liked what Arteta's done. But Gabriel Jesus has come in, he's hit the ground running. My favourite pre-season game is when we pumped Chelsea 4-0. Zinchenko's come in for very good cover. So that's a positive start. We've had a very good start to the season. Let's hope it can continue. And for me, the negative part is, here goes the negativity, as Reese can see it in the chat. The negativity is, I'm just disappointed that we didn't get our business done towards the end. And for me, we needed a central midfielder. We needed a winger. And what really
left winger or right winger?
More of a right winger, because for me, the 2 signings who I wanted someone like Tielemans, I wanted someone like a Neto, someone like that, or Wilfried Zaha. You see, Zaha proved it on Tuesday night for Crystal Palace. But for me, I'm disappointed how the transfer window ends. My rating is a 6 out of 10, right? Yes, we bought Gabriel Jesus. Yes, we bought Zinchenko, Saliba, Matt Turner and Marquinhos for the future, and Fabio Vieira if he ever gets a game, right? But for me, we needed a central midfielder, and now we've got midfield crisis. Talking about Liverpool a couple of weeks ago, talking about their injuries, now we've got injuries, right? Partey's now injured. Mohamed El Neni, God knows when Mohamed El Sideways is coming back. So for me, our midfield is very short. Yes, Sammy Lokonga had a very, very good game against Aston Villa the other night, but that's putting pressure on him going into this game at Old Trafford, right?
It's a bit much because Lokonga is still, quite young?
Yeah. Because the trouble is, I like Sammy Lokonga, right? I think he's going to be very good in the future, right? But the trouble is, he's not the answer to take us forward, right? We know that we needed a midfielder. This is why we needed someone like a Tillemans, someone who was going to come in, right? Premier League experience. Douglas Luiz, right? Amount of tweets I put on Twitter yesterday about Douglas Luiz, right? Yes, he wasn't my first choice, but however, it would have been cover for midfield. It would have been cover for midfield because at least it's actually a midfielder. He's better than Mohamed El Neni and better than Sammy Lokonga. But however, we've actually gone and failed. Yes, Arteta did a mention in his press conference today that we tried, but trying is not hard. Trying is not good enough. There shouldn't be a thing where it exists where you say try. You've got to go for it and push. And for me, we had 3 bid rejected. Aston Villa clearly come out in a minute and said, even Gerrard said, that Villa didn't want to sell him. Hence why
it's silly not to, because he's only got 1 year left in his contract. But the thing is, I spoke to Douglas Luiz and I said to Douglas Luiz, do you know when I met him and I've got that selfie with him? I said, don't go to Arsenal, right? You can do better.
But why would Douglas Luiz do? Douglas Luiz would not suit a Manchester United, Maisy. He would not suit a Manchester United. No way, Maisy. Come on, man. He does not suit a Manchester United, especially when you've got Casimiro in your team now, Anthony, Bruno Fernandez, Christian Eriksen, right? He does not fit in the team. For me, Douglas Luiz wouldn't actually be a bad signing. He wasn't my first choice. I wanted someone better. But for me, I think this transfer window towards the end, it doesn't surprise me. Edu, for me, and Arteta are big lies, right? Kroenke did back Arteta, right, and gave all this money. But if we don't get Champions League football this season, this summer transfer window will be the point where I'm riding Arsenal not getting midfielder. And this is why this game on the weekend determines where Arsenal really are. Because we've seen it over and over and over. Yet Arsenal have been on a bit of a good run. Remember, when you beat us at Old Trafford, I think Arsenal went on a bit of a good run, and then you beat us at Old Trafford. I don't remember, but
you was on a good run after you beat Norwich 1-0. You was unbeaten until you played us.
Yes, and then we went on a little bit of run again, right? Until we played that, then we kind of like went off a bit of the gas at the start of this year. So for me, talking about the game, am I confident going to this game? For me, it all depends about the midfield, right? It all depends on the midfield. Look, Manchester United, for me, have you had a good transfer window? For me, I think you've had an all right transfer window. I think
what could have been better for us?
It could have been, look, both Arsenal and Manchester United have had a similar transfer window, right? Out of those two, right, I think Manchester United have had a better window than us.
Yeah, because we signed world-class players.
Yeah, and that's what you are capable of doing. Whereas we haven't signed any world-class players. So there you go. Gabriel Jesus isn't world-class, but he's good.
He's got the prospect to be.
And when is the last time we ever signed a world-class player? When Mesut Ozil was in his prime. When Ozil was in his prime in 2013. Playing with like Di Maria and Karim Benzema, right? So for me, right, yes, it's been a good transfer window for Manchester United, but I still think United needed a central forward. I still think, right, you needed another midfielder. Yeah. Yes, Casimiro is that defensive midfielder what you needed,
but we need a number 8 for me.
You do need a number 8 because Donny van der Beek's not really going to get much into the team.
It doesn't suit the team, and this is what people are not understanding to me. I said, Donny will not get into this Manchester United side. He's not good enough. He's come on as a substitute. Yeah, he's looked great. When he started, he's poo. He's absolutely poo. The problem is with Donny, I just simply don't think he suits the Premier League. No. Been in the Premier League 2 seasons. This is his 5th manager, and this manager of Ten Hag has actually worked with Donny. and he's only came off the bench once in 5 games. What does that really say about Donny if he can't even get any game time under Ten Hag?
The thing with Donny van de Beek, right? He has potential to become a good player, but the thing is, I remember there was a period last season. Manchester United fans were saying Van de Beek never got really much. Yeah, exactly. Someone said free up Donny in the chat, right? Manchester United fans were saying last season, Donny van de Beek didn't really get a lot of minutes, and he had the worst stats, right, of not getting any game time, right? He comes back. I think he was decent in pre-season, but pre-season doesn't mean anything, right? It's fitness. People got to remember that.
No one was the only people who was good in pre-season: Sancho, Rashford, Martial. They was all good in pre-season. But Martial's been injured since. We haven't even seen Martial in the Premier League properly.
No, you haven't. And for me, he's out for the game on the weekend. So for me, Martial. The thing with Martial is he had potential to become a very good player. He was good at Monaco, right? And I just think it's not worked out for Manchester United for Martial. I just think, yes, he's had a very good pre-season. Man United might give him a chance. He might play in the cup games. He's probably going to be here till January, right? So I think with United, right, going into this game, what I'm worried about is our midfield. It's whether how Lukonga and Xhaka are going to be able to deal. If Casimiro starts, right, which I do think he will start because he hasn't started a game, right, just yet. But if he does start, it is going to be worrying going into this game because you've got players who can hurt us. And for me, we don't like going to Old Trafford. 2 wins in 16 years at Old Trafford, right? 2 wins. If you include all competition, that's 3 wins in 16 years. But Premier League, 2 wins in 16 years. It's not good for Arsenal. Amount of Arsenal getting battered at Old Trafford so many years, right? Arsenal just don't like going to Old Trafford, Maisy.
Yeah, the last win you had at Old Trafford was that Aubameyang win with a penalty. That game annoyed me on another level I couldn't imagine. Yeah, it is behind the closed doors one. It was just a horrible game to witness.
Yeah.
Horrible game. Let's go through a couple of the comments. Ree said, hopefully no Arteta shouts, just talking football tonight. Both me and Luca are Arteta out. The reason why I'm Arteta out is because Arteta's doing better at the moment than us. So that's why I'm Arteta out. Luca's Arteta out for other reasons.
Is that just a sarcastic, just to be completely opposite of me? You know what I mean?
No, I no. Not at all. I think he's actually doing well. So I actually, that's why I'm Arteta out, because I don't want him to be there when a manager's doing good. I want our rivals to suffer.
So you would say that. So basically, right, if Sporting Lisbon, right, are not doing good. No, wait a minute. If Benfica are doing good, you want Benfica manager out.
Yeah.
Sporting Lisbon, you want Sporting Lisbon to do well, then, yeah.
They're doing well at the moment. I think they're second in the league, top of the league.
Are you going to win the league? Are you going to win the league in the Portuguese league? I think Porto, Benfica are the ones to watch.
Porto will win the Portuguese league. The best. They've been the best Portuguese team in the last decade, I'd probably say. They've won them. Benfica hasn't even won a trophy since 2018. They've all been Porto and Sporting who's won trophies. So Benfica hasn't really been dominant for the, what would you say, the past 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
Good evening, Liam. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming into the chat. Good to see you. Reed said, I think you need a winger and maybe an additional fullback. Would you agree, Luca?
Yeah, 100%. You make a very good point. And for me, we needed a right back for me because Bellerin's finally gone at long last. Typical Arsenal, terminate his contract. Doesn't surprise me. Arsenal love terminating people and ripping their contracts up. Yeah, we do need the right back. I think we needed the right back. Cedric's not good enough for me. I would have loved someone like Max Aarons or someone like that, or maybe someone even better, Dumfries, or maybe someone like that I would have got, or someone who's going to be a good challenge for Tomiyasu. I think what's his name? The guy who went to Brentford. I think he's a right back.
Hicker?
tricky. So for me, I would have got someone like that. Midfield, you know my answer to that. Yes, we needed a number 8 midfielder and a winger. I would have loved maybe someone like Wilfried Zaha or Neto, someone like that. That's Premier League proven. That's going to be taking over Pepe's replacement, but we clearly haven't replaced it. Anyway,
but I know you mentioned you wanted a Premier League someone for the Premier League proven. But say, for example, they said to you, you could have Jude Bellingham in the number 8 role. Would you take him?
Jude Bellingham, 100% would take him. Hence why I know he's going to Liverpool, right?
Not yet, not been confirmed.
But however, Jude Bellingham would completely walk our team, 100%. So he's £100 million player. So for me, I just look at it, right, matey, right? Like for me, our backups is quite embarrassing, right? It's Reece Nelson and Marquinhos. Marquinhos from the Brazilian League and Reece Nelson. It's embarrassing. And for me, Reece Nelson was on loan and played in a Conference League final against Feyenoord, right?
That's not a bad thing.
Well, it sort of is, because at the end of the day, he's playing in the Conference League.
Malacia was in the Conference League final, our new left back for Feyenoord. And look at him. Look how well he's done for us.
He has.
You can't just you never know. But the thing is, they've got even though it's the Conference League, they still got the European experience, which Arsenal didn't have last season. So, like for instance, Tomiyasu hasn't had any European minutes.
No, he hasn't. But the thing is, I understand. Yes, Malaysia is coming from Manchester United, and he has done very, very well, and it is a good signing for you. Reece Nelson done well in the Conference League final, but he's not the answer for Arsenal. And he's been with us for probably through the academy. I think he broke into the first team 2017. So people were classing him, right, back in the day, like he's going to be the next Raheem Sterling. I'm like, mate, Sterling is 10 times better than Reece Nelson. So,
in terms of our transfer window, I would personally give it a 7. Because we desperately needed that right back, and I was very vocal about the right back since January, how badly we needed a right back at Manchester United. Yeah. We needed a number 8, and we needed a striker for me. There's other things as well. For instance, the Deadwood. We could have done a lot better in terms of getting rid of Deadwood rather than loaning them out, such as Alex Tellez, Eric Bayer as well, because a lot of these players, you know that you're gonna lose them on a negative income. If, for instance, look at Donny for 40 mil, we wouldn't have got 40 mil for Donny. And this is the thing, I'd rather get rid of players who don't suit the club, who ain't gonna get the minutes, rather than keep them at the club or putting them on loan just to see, they might do well. Because this is what happened with Lingard. He done well at West Ham, and then I don't know what happened. If we promised him the minutes or he pursued it, we'd never know from behind closed doors. He stayed, he left on a free, and I just worry that that's going to be the same for the players who's gone on loan, our senior players. We need to get these players off the books, because if they're not good enough for Manchester United, we need to get rid of them. And we can't keep players as well who don't want to be at the club either. Doesn't matter how good they are, what they've done for us. If they don't want to be at the club, we need to get rid of them. But in terms of the signings we've made, I'm thrilled about them. There have been a bit of panic buys, but I've been very happy with who we've got, and they definitely have strengthened the team magnificently.
Would you not taking maybe someone like a Ruben Neves?
I would have happily took Ruben Neves. The problem is Ruben Neves was supposed to be about 100 mil. That's what Wolves is estimated him at. And I would not have paid 100 mil for Ruben Neves. I would have literally rather have said to Sporting, here's your 50 million for Nunes. I would have. That's what I would have done. But they don't think like me. But this is... I think the problem is, though, with Manchester United, and I don't know if people in the chat will agree with me on this. When our number 8, a box-to-box midfielder, in want for scoring goals, they want to keep possession of the ball and take it forward. And I think a lot of people assume that just because you're a midfielder, you should be still scoring goals and you should be providing assists. And Nunes, for instance, isn't that kind of player that does that. And I feel like he would have been highly criticised for not doing that, because when you've looked at him at Sporting, he doesn't have them goals. He's had 4 goals all season. And it's not because he's a crap player, it's because he's not a goal scorer in his position, is it to score goals. And I think he's a great player, but I think he would have been so underappreciated. I really, really do. That's what worries me, to be honest. Good evening, Tom. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming into the chat. Ravi has asked who your strongest midfield is at this moment in time.
Very good question, Ravi. I hope you're keeping well. Strongest midfielder right now, what, in like central or any midfield position?
Just do all of them.
For me, probably at the moment right now, he's looking very, very strong in the midfield. I've probably got to say Saka. Saka's doing all right. He is our best player, but yes, he has been a bit fatigued. I think, to be honest, Partey's done okay. I think Granit Xhaka's made a really good big step up this season so far. I think he's probably been our best midfielder so far this season. I think Martinelli's done okay. To me, Martin Odegaard. To me, Xhaka and Odegaard have done very, very well. Look, I'm not Granit Xhaka's biggest fan, right? But he's done very well at the moment, in this moment of time. I think Odegaard, you've got to big up Martin Odegaard. And you're a fan of Martin Odegaard.
I am.
You are. Hence why Martin Odegaard has done very, very well. Is he a good captain for Arsenal?
Yes.
Look, it's too early to say with me. I have my opinions.
He's already been the captain for Norway, though. If he wasn't that captain material, especially when you've got that Norway squad, it's a quite a strong squad. And for a young player like Odegaard to be a captain, it really speaks levels about what the manager thinks of Martin Odegaard, to be fairly honest.
To be honest, with Odegaard, he's done very well so far. And I just think, like, last season in this game at Old Trafford, when you beat us, he did cost the game one of that.
Didn't he score, though, at Old Trafford?
He made it 2-2 before Ronaldo scored the winner and from the penalty spot. But he did give the penalty away. So this is why Odegaard's got to step up at Old Trafford. Yes, he's done very well. This is the type of games where I feel Odegaard cannot go missing in this game. He's got to step up. Because when we first got him back last season, when he was on loan the first time, I wasn't keen on him. I said it on my channel before. I said I wanted James Maddison. But Odegaard has really proved me wrong, and I like Martin Odegaard. I think he's doing very well, but he's got to prove it to me, not just only me, right, because I'm not the only person, but he's got to prove it, right, that he can be consistent in these kind of games. Even Robert Hall said it in the chat. He's a liability at times, right? He can be a liability at times, but Odegaard, right, he's doing very well at the moment.
I actually think, for me, Odegaard is one of your best players. Saliba is a fantastic player as well, and I think them loan deals has really, really improved Saliba.
It's really given him a lot of experience, Mason. You are 100% right, because the reason why is because those loan spells have helped them very out. It's gained a lot of experience. Because I didn't think Saliba wasn't going to come back, and I will give credit for Arteta on that, right? Saliba's come back with a different player. Yes, he's done very well. The weekend on Sunday is going to be the test and see what he can do against Manchester United at Old Trafford, right? And if he could put these kind of performance, then I'm starting to see the Saliba where, you know what, we've actually got a great defender here. And
how many goals have you conceded in the Premier League? 1? Is it 1 so far you've conceded?
I need to think.
Or is it 2?
I think
you haven't conceded that many.
3.
Okay.
Aston Villa, we won 2-1. Leicester, we won 4-2. Palace.
Oh, you've conceded 4.
4. Jesus, that's bad.
Nowhere near as bad as us. We're at a minus at the moment. So You've conceded against Aston Villa, against Fulham, and 2 against Leicester.
Yeah. We don't keep clean sheets, you see. This is where it's starting to crawl a little bit.
Red Devil Studios in the chat. Hope you well. Arsenal are the favourites in this game. United are the underdogs. I completely agree with that based off where Arsenal is. Be confident, Luca. Arsenal have got this. You're in beating 5 games. You guys have got
why
this.
are you not confident going into this game? Why are you not optimistic? Please come and tell me why. You do mention this in my chat sometimes, Red Devil man, and big up to you, Red Devil man. Keep up the great work. But for me, yes, we are unbeaten in 5 games. But for me, yes, it's good at the moment. But we've got to win if you want to get Champions League football, you've got to get these type of results again. And over the years at Old Trafford, Arsenal don't have a very good record at Old Trafford. United don't have a good record at the Emirates. So we're an Emirates in-force. So therefore, we are an in-force at the Emirates.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I Like Coffee said Arsenal could be in the title race with Man City this year.
No way. No way. No way.
You never know. You never know.
Mate, there's no chance.
Good evening to you, Helgon. Hope you're well, and thanks for coming in. Yeah, I actually forgot all about that bet. It's good that you've remembered that. Rather, which players from both teams do you see showing the most form? From Man United, who's been best on form, I'd have to go with Varane, Malacia, Martinez, and I'd have to go with Sancho for me at this moment in time, who has displayed the most on form. Who would you say, Luca, for Arsenal?
For Arsenal, most players on good form, you've got to say Martin Odegaard and Granit Xhaka. I can't believe
you got to say Jesus as well for you.
Gabriel Jesus. I can't believe I'm saying Granit Xhaka, but for me, I can't believe I'm spitting my words out. Granit Xhaka, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus as well has been on very good form. I think I think the players are doing all right at the moment. We've got to keep it on a consistent basis, and let's hope we can continue on the weekend against Manchester United.
Good news, Sporting has scored.
Yes, who scored?
Say Justin. He has made his starting debut today. So 1-0 for Sporting, which is
really Sporting Lisbon has scored. So no Paulinho scenes. No Paulinho.
He'll be back. He'll be back for the Champions League on Wednesday.
Yeah, but Paulinho might be in the stands, so therefore.
Oh, I love you, Luca, with all this Paulinho love. At least
that's why he's a good player, mate. Hence why if people don't rate Paulinho, then they're smoking on something crap. I'm just saying. So.
Good evening, Fox. Hope you are well. Thanks for coming in. Arsenal fans really tweeting Edward.
I did see that tweet yesterday.
Beyond embarrassing.
I did see that. Yeah, man. One of the best windows. Oh, come on, man. Foxy, man. Look, I respect you on that one. Yes, we've had a very good positive at the start of the window, but you've got to realise we don't seem to finish at the end of the transfer window, right? Manchester United, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Manchester United have actually spent more money than us. And we've bantered them, right? And if we've bantered them like all last season, we finished 11 points clear of them last season, and they still managed to actually attract and spend more money than us. You could still be in a worse position, right, and still spend more money than us.
Yeah, but it's because of the Manchester United name.
But
we wasn't in the Champions League, and we still managed to pull Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
You did.
I was in the Europa League.
But Zlatan's old now. He's like 41.
Yeah, but Zlatan was 41 when we got him.
No, of course not. You got him 2016. So what's
Zlatan was like our top goal scorer, and him and Mkhitaryan, who done a swap deal with you, the worst swap deal in history.
It is.
Them two for me.
We made Alexis Sanchez a great player. That's why Manchester United got very gassed. And then Sanchez, I'm glad he flopped at Man United, to be honest.
Oh, don't remind me, Luca. It's just terrible. Terrible. Liam, I'm surprised neither team had put a bid in for Gakpo. The guy can play and score loads. I know. I'm surprised about Gakpo as well. I won't be surprised though if he goes in next summer. To be honest, I don't think Jude wanted him to go when it came to the end of the transfer window because they want enough time for PSV, and they're of course as well in the Europa League actually played against Arsenal.
Yeah.
In one of the games, so they'll
Ruben
probably.
Gakpo is coming up against us this year for PSV Eindhoven. I'm looking forward to that game. I think PSV is one of the games, and Arsenal do need to get a little bit of revenge over PSV Eindhoven. So
We don't.
well, we do because the last time we played them, here's a stat: PSV knocked us out the Champions League in 2007. I'm sure Reese might know about that. So I'm looking for revenge in that game.
My dad has asked you, Luca, who's been your best and worst player for Arsenal up to now?
Is this for this season or overall?
For this season, will do.
It's a very good question, man. I think worst player, probably Saka. You know what I mean? He's not.
Wow.
In recent years. In recent weeks, because I just think, look, Saka's a good player. Don't get me wrong, he's our best player. But I just feel like, yes, Arteta is actually like overplaying him, and this is why he looks a bit fatigued. He's not. Look, the other night against Aston Villa, he had good spells in that game. He was making very good runs. He done very well setting up the Martinelli goal. But, however, there's periods where Saka's not done very well. And it's not just because people might say, yeah, because Arteta hasn't given him enough rest and cover. And we can't afford to play him because one big injury scare, that's it, mate. We ain't got any backups. So therefore, I think he's not really been on good form. Best player, Martin Odegaard. 100%. Martin Odegaard's proved me wrong.
I like you're appreciating him.
Yeah, why not? Why does Martin Odegaard and Paulinho have a very good similar style of play now?
Roland Ty, thanks for coming in. Paul Tierney, born bred Manchester, will be the ref on Sunday. Hashtag the FA are corrupt. Doesn't matter who the ref is. It's just about how both teams play at the end of the day.
Chelsea fans don't like Anthony Taylor. Arsenal fans don't like Craig Pawson and Christopher Kavanagh.
I don't like any ref.
No.
Tom said, I think on Sunday we'll be in the will be one in the midfield. I'm going 3-3. Jesus hat-trick and Anthony hat-trick. I don't think Anthony will be starting in the game.
You don't think Anthony will start?
I don't think he's going to be, no.
Why is he not going to start? Because it would make sense if he starts.
I think he's going to come off the bench because I've seen Ten Hag has been doing that. Apart from Martinez, he's been taking the players off the bench, and I think that's a good idea to do to get him into the game. I think it's a bit tough for a player to come straight from a different league to be starting against Arsenal, in my personal opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Hey there, Anthony. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Going for a 2-2 draw, but if there's a winner, we will destroy you. If you say so, but it can go either way. I might go for Mike Dean is bad, but that Benfica referee was the worst. You'll have to tell me about that Benfica referee. I don't know who it is. Yeah. So, for you, Luca, how do you think Arsenal's going to set up for this game on Sunday?
Well, for me, look, we've got to set up very well, right? Like, I'm hearing that Ben White didn't train today for London Colney, right, today, which I hope that's not true if he's out, because I think he's done very well as a right back. But I do think, I do think White will be fit anyway, but I'm hearing that Ramsdale, right, could be out for the game, because I really hope Ramsdale is not out for the game, because if Ramsdale's out, we are in big trouble. Especially our second choice keeper as well is not good enough. So therefore, right, I don't want to see Matt Turner in goal because we'll probably lose 8-2. So therefore, for me, I do think Ramsdale will play this game. And for me, I'm just more worried. What I'm worried about is the midfield. I just hope if you start Casimiro in this game, that is going to be a bit of a woe. We've got to try and control. We've got to go there and get the first goal, because if we do score first, I do think we can get something out of the game. Because what I don't want to see is what we saw a couple of years ago. Yes, we won 1-0 2 years ago at Old Trafford with no fans in the stadium. But however, we sat back and defend and we only got the penalty. That's how we won the game. So I don't want a bit of a situation in that. Yeah, it was 3 points at the time. But what I'm more concerned is the midfield. Is that if you're going to play Casimiro alongside Bruno Fernandez and Christian in that double pivot, right? That is what I'm quite concerned about, because if Xhaka and Lokonga are going to be able to deal with those type of midfielders, because I think we can get you the weekend. I think we can get a result against you, but it all depends how we set out. My prediction lineup, who I'll go for, I think Tomiyasu has to start this game. Ben White, for me, has done very well. But if Ben White starts if Anthony starts or if Rashford starts or anything like that, I think Ben White is possibly going to have a nightmare in this game. And for me, I think Tomiyasu, yes, I think he's ready to start, in my opinion. I think he's really back for the injury. Tomiyasu, for me, I'll start a right back. I'll go with Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel, Kieran Tierney. Midfield, of course, will be Xhaka and Lokonga, because I don't think Maisy, you can't play Odegaard together with Xhaka. You can't play them two together, can't you?
Why not?
Well, Odegaard's more moving forward.
He can play in that 10 role. Xhaka will be like in the pivot.
He would, but the thing is, do you think we could play Xhaka, Odegaard, and then Smith Rowe in number 10? You can't really do that, can't you?
I wouldn't personally play Smith Rowe in the 8 role. If you want me to be fairly honest, I don't think it suits him. I think it suits him playing more forward, if that's going to be the 10 or in the wings.
For me, yeah.
I think Fabio Vieira might start.
For me, I would start. This is what I would do, right? Don't get me wrong. I think Lokonga is going to start the game, right? Because of his confidence. He played well the other night. And it's a big game for Lokonga, right? I know pressure is on him. And I feel sorry for Sambi Lokonga. But this is what I would do. I would go with Xhaka and Vieira sitting in midfield, right? Odegaard in the number 10. Then on the wings, I'll go with Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli in this game. That's what I would go for. But I do think Arteta is actually going to go for Xhaka and Lokonga sitting, because it is a big mistake that we sent so many midfielders and we got rid of loads of midfielders like Guendouzi. Look at Guendouzi. Look, Macy's making Guendouzi into a prime bloody, I don't know what to call it, but there you go. But she's making Guendouzi into a prime, I don't know, Iniesta or something like that. So not on FIFA.
The guy's got me a guy got me 20 scoring 20 goals in one season.
So he ain't got it on amateur mode. Is that why he scored 20 goals?
Amateur? No, I'm on world class. I just made him the best player ever, and that's something that Arteta could never do.
No, and that's why Arteta is treating people like Guendouzi. You know what I mean? But anyway, I would play Xhaka and Vieira. Can Vieira play in that central midfield? I know he's more of a wide.
He plays in the he can play in the number 8 role, and I think he would do well there. He's one to pick up possession and hold it, so I think he would work very, very well there. I'm just baffled as to why he's not played yet.
Because he's been injured at the moment. That's why he's been injured. But I do think now is the perfect time. You've got to give him some minutes, because if you have him on the bench, to me, I'd rather give him a chance than Sambi Lokonga. I know people might say the other way. People might say the other way round, because Lokonga's he's not fully experienced because he's only been in the Premier League this last season, but he's had a bit of experience enough to come in and be this Vieira's up. But for me, I want to see this Vieira kid see what he can do, right? For me, because I don't want to start thinking, right, this guy's not going to get played, right? People might come back and say to me, oh yeah, it's Luca, it's not his fault, it's Arteta's fault for not playing him. That's why he could have been good. But I want to see Vieira play in this game. I do want to see him. Like, I do think he's going to go with Lokonga and Xhaka, because Lokonga, for me, what I'm worried about Sammy Lokonga is about he's going to leave like these massive gaps, and you've got players you can create. You've got Christian Eriksen, done very well at Brentford last season. Maisy, he brings a lot of experience to the table. He can create in front of the forwards. He can give the ball to the wide wingers as well on the width. So for me, that is what I'm worried about with players like Sammy Lokonga, right? But for me, I want to see Vieira and Xhaka sitting in that midfield, and then I want to see Odegaard pushing forward, delivering the ball to Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus. Our bench isn't going to be great. We're going to have the only options we're probably going to have is Smith Rowe, this Marquinhos kid, Eddie Nketiah, and that's it.
Could Nketiah be an option to play?
I think I hope Nketiah.
He done it well. He done well against Chelsea.
Yeah, he did. He proved me wrong. So, and I'm not Nketiah's biggest fan, but however, he had. I thought the other night against Aston Villa, he actually done well when he came on. Yes, the Fulham game he didn't do well because he missed a hatful of chances. Right, he missed about 5 chances in that game. So, I think for me, Nketiah probably will come on the bench if we need him, because he's obviously our plan B option now. Whereas Gabriel Jesus is obviously the main man. Nketiah's, like, what I don't get is, right, I know Jesus is an upgrade. Before people do say, people are going to say what I'm going to say. Jesus, of course, is an upgrade than Nketiah. But what I don't get is that why Nketiah got the number 14 shirt, but you're giving the number 14 shirt a players on the bench. That is what I don't get.
What was he originally?
What was he? 30, I think he was. Was it number 30 or something like that the last time? So, look, Maisy, don't get me wrong, right? The thing is, with Eddie Nketiah, yes, for me, he signed that contract worth $100,000 a week, which to me, he ain't worth $100,000 a week, Mace. He ain't worth $100,000 a week. Like, that's why teams like West Ham and Southampton wanted £20 million a year before we gave him this contract. He only got that contract because he got offered $100,000 a week. If he wasn't offered it, Nketiah wouldn't have been it, and then we probably would have brought a centre forward in. So
that is crazy.
It is crazy, mate. So
he isn't worth $100,000. That's for sure.
Not. He ain't worth $100,000 a week, and I'll tell you why. Right, he struggled to get into the Leeds team a couple of years ago. Right, he struggled to get into the Leeds team. Why would you give someone $100,000 a week that's represented by a legend, by Thierry Henry? I know people kept asking me this, saying that, it doesn't matter about squad numbers. Squad number isn't going to make a difference. I could play for a local team if I wanted to. I can go and play for Salford City, right? And I can end up being the number 14 shirt. Doesn't mean I'm going to be great.
The thing is, though, a lot of the United fan base was unhappy that Anthony is rumoured to be number 21. They wanted him to get the number 11. But we all know who's occupied by that, a name that is not going to be mentioned. And I even said, right, okay, he hasn't got the number 11, but a number 21. I didn't have no issue with him being the number 21, because what's most important is his development and for him to do well at Manchester United. And in that kind of respect, I do look and go, a squad number doesn't matter, but when you've got an iconic number, for instance, a lot of people wanted Sancho to get the number 7. When I look at it and think, would it have been too soon for Sancho to be the number 7? Just because of, you've seen the big names who's had the number 7 at Manchester United, of Eric Cantona, David Beckham, George Best. It's a lot to put your feet into. We haven't had a good number 7 since Cristiano Ronaldo in his first reign. So I think it's a big, massive responsibility when you've got an iconic number. But when it comes to any other individual number, I look at it, well, a number's a number.
Yeah, 100%. I do 100% agree. But do you think Cristiano Ronaldo will start?
No.
No.
No, I think we're going to go for the same squad as yesterday. However, we will be starting Casimiro instead, in my opinion. the only reason why I don't think that Ronaldo will be starting is because we've been playing a lot better with Ronaldo, and we know what we always say: never change a winning team. Why change a winning team? And I look at Ronaldo. He hasn't lived to expectations when he's come on. He's been very poor. I've been very, very, very disappointed. He can't even string a pass. He doesn't run like he's supposed to run. So I'm not been happy with Cristiano Ronaldo. And I know people saying, how could you bench the Cristiano Ronaldo? But you can't play the Cristiano Ronaldo if the Cristiano Ronaldo is not on form.
Yeah.
We need to do what's best for the team and not to suit the individual.
Yeah,
It's a team effort, not an individual effort.
Exactly.
That's my opinion anyway. Hey there, just me. Hope you well. Thanks for coming into the chat. Anthony said, Luca, when you having your Arteta haircut?
I'll take a haircut. The haircut ain't going anywhere.
Thank you as well, Tom, so much for the nice message. It means a lot. Just to update everyone as well, Sporting has now gone 2-0 up.
Who scored? Edwards.
Scored.
Edwards.
Yeah, Marcus Edwards, who is actually a former Tottenham player. He is a former Tottenham player. He came from Tottenham's youth, and then Tottenham got rid of him.
Does Sporting Lisbon still have Sebastian Coates?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And he is the Uruguayan Maguire. He really is shocking. I Like Coffee said, does Arteta play Glory Glory Man United for training sessions before the Man United game?
Arteta play Glory Glory Man United training sessions. Why would he want to play Glory Glory Man United in case Arteta is actually going to be dreaming about thinking, oh my god, we've got to win this game today?
He's thinking, oh my god, I wish I was a Man United manager.
Yeah, if he was a Man United, mate, I'm sure a lot of Man United fans will be chanting him out.
Hey there, Chris. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. Chris asked if you're still an Arteta out.
Yes.
Yes, that answers that. Guendouzi.
What I referred earlier.
Yep. Hey there, Rich. I hope you're well. Thanks for coming in. How many times has Luca mentioned Arteta? I could probably get
myself until people get the information. So
I could probably get myself a Mackey's meal with it. Potentially.
No.
Good evening, Torsen. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming into the chat. Good evening there to Niall. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming in.
Niall, long time no see, mate.
He's going for a 1-1 draw. I Like Coffee's going for a 2-2 draw. Torsen's going for a 1-1 draw. Ronaldo is still the number 7. Yes, he still is. My dad has gone 2-1 or 3-1 for United. Vincent's in the chat. I hope you're well. Your Jesus will be leaving Old Trafford crying, but there's one Jesus standing in the heavens, and his name is Cantona. He's right. He's absolutely spot on. I hope you're well, Vincent. Thanks for coming in. Question: how long will Casimiro play for United? Probably for a few years.
How old is he? 30, 31?
Yeah, he's only 31, 32. So he's going to be playing easily 3 up till when Ten Hag leaves, in my opinion. His contract's up. A minimum 3 years for me.
If Man United don't do bad.
I think he signed a 4-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. So, thank you as well, Niall. It's just my PlayStation headphones. My other headphones broke. Sported better win. They win the Champions League with you hyping them up so much. I don't hype them up. You know what? You know what, Luca? You mentioned about a combined 11, and I thought we'll do that. Just because
combined 11. Come on, man. Let's do a combined 11. Yeah.
What we'll do it based off players from this season. Who's been on the most form?
You're not picked Dennis Irwin.
No, we'll be doing players from this season.
Of course.
So we'll do, first of all, the goalkeeper. Who you going to go for goalkeeper?
Ramsdale.
I've got to agree. I've got to go with Ramsdale. He has been on the most form.
Earlier. I said it on my channel earlier. Ramsdale, I said Ramsdale for me because, yes, there was a little bit of criticism during the Nations League for England where Ramsdale kept conceding quite a few goals. But for me, Ramsdale's come in, and there was a lot of debate thinking, is he going to have a second syndrome season where he doesn't do well? But Ramsdale's actually like really settled in Arsenal right now. So for me, yes, he made that mistake the other night from Douglas Luiz, but everyone's going to make a mistake like that. So Ramsdale, for
the
me,
thing is, though, De Gea cost us 3 goals for the first 2 games of the season. It was shocking.
Yeah, he did.
And I think Ramsdale is a very underrated goalkeeper, in my opinion. So I would go with Ramsdale as well.
100%.
Left back, who are you going for?
Kieran Tierney.
Really? I would have gone with Zinchenko.
Are we going with players
on form?
Oh yeah, on form. Same what I did on my channel. Zinchenko, I'll go for. I think Zinchenko has been on very good form. Tierney for me has actually come in. I like Kieran Tierney. I think he's better than Zinchenko. I think a lot of people are forgetting, right, about thinking that people think Zinchenko is better than Tierney. I think Tierney's better than Zinchenko. Tierney, for me, the last couple of games, he's not been himself. But I do think Tierney is the better option. But I'm going to go with Zinchenko. I think he's done very well since he's come in.
Okay. Zinchenko is not even coming up. Thank you. So we'll leave it blank because we're going with Zinchenko. No, he's not coming up. Typical. So, anyone over Luke Shaw? Facts. Centre backs. Who are you going for?
Saliba.
So you've gone with Saliba. I'll pick a centre back. I'm gonna go with Martinez.
Not Varane.
No, I've got.
Come on, you got to go for Varane. You know why you got to go for Varane.
No, I'm going with Martinez.
Martinez already. The guy's just already come in.
Yeah, and he's been absolutely outstanding for me.
Okay, fair enough.
You've gone for Saliba. For me, I would have put Saliba on the right, and then I would have put Varane on the centre back. But very good option. Question, Maisy. I know you don't rate Dello. He may not be top tier, but I can't. Yeah, he has improved, but I just still don't think he is good enough in that Manchester United team. He's still very sloppy. Yeah, I do definitely agree with that. That he has improved, but I just don't think he's still good enough for me, in my personal opinion. We need to look for right backs. Talking of right backs, who are you gonna go for your right back?
Right back. Ben White.
Who have you played for right back? Has Tomiyasu played?
Tomiyasu already came back from injury, Macy. So for me, Ben White is actually filling the role. Ben White, for me, plays. I'll go with Ben White.
Oh, I don't even want to go for Ben White, and I don't want to go for Dello.
Wan-Bissaka.
Can we put Saliba on the right back and put Varane in?
Yeah, let's put Saliba and let's put Macy's favourite Varane in. So let's go on then.
Because I can't. I refuse to put Ben White in, and I refuse to put Dello in.
Go on, let's put Saliba as a right back and then play Varane.
Oh. There you go. There you go. Get rid of that one. Varane. There you go. It looks better. Zinchenko's supposed to be in the left back, people, in case people are wondering. Defensive midfielder. Who are you gonna go for?
Casimiro.
Casimiro? Yeah. I would say Casimiro, but he hasn't played. So I'm gonna scrap it.
Partey?
Yeah, go on then. We'll put Partey in. He hasn't played properly for Man United yet, which is the only reason why I wouldn't. Central midfielder, though, next to Thomas Partey, I've got to go with Eriksen.
Eriksen, yeah. I didn't go with Eriksen on mine. I went with Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, Odegaard. I was going to put Odegaard in the top here, in the number 10 role. There, 1 minute. There, like that. So that's where Eriksen's been playing. He's been playing in the pivot alongside Scott McTominay. So Odegaard's been playing in that 10 role. What do you think?
For me, I think that is a very, very good example team. For me, on my channel, I went for Partey, Fernandez, and Odegaard in the 3. But I think Eriksen suits very well because you have Partey sitting in that midfield protecting the back 4, and you have Eriksen creating space. Martin Odegaard coming forward as well. Eriksen playing that pivot alongside Partey. Looks a very, very good team. It looks a very good team. On the wing, who I would go for, you've got to pick Saka. You've got to pick Saka.
You said Saka's been bad.
Well, he has, but for me, he's better than he's probably one of the best he's played this season. I don't know, who would you put? For me, you've got Smith Rowe hasn't really featured. You could play Marcus Rashford.
I would have done on the left Martinelli, on the right Sancho, and then up front Jesus.
That's a good shout.
What would you do?
For me, I would go with Saka.
Because I agree, I don't think Saka has been on form. Should we both agree with Jesus in the middle?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Because I know you'd say Jesus anyway.
Yeah.
And for me, Sancho has to be in that team.
Of course, Sancho. The thing with Sancho is he has been really good this season. Ten Hag's actually got the best out of him. Mm-hmm. And that's what Manchester United fans want to see from Sancho, because everybody called him he was a flop last season. This season, he's actually looked like the ideal, because the other night against Leicester, I saw parts of the game. He was causing Leicester quite a few problems at the beginning.
He was. He's been brilliant, Eriksen, this season. And Bruno Fernandez hasn't been on form at all. So I couldn't add Bruno Fernandez in the team. As much as I like Bruno Fernandez, I couldn't add him in based off his form. But that's what I would have done. Jesus in the middle. Left Martinelli, right Sancho.
For me, you've got to pick Sancho.
So you would have had Saka and Sancho?
100%.
So let's do it on the poll.
Because Saka's better than Rashford. Rashford is garbage.
What we'll do a poll. And we'll see what people say. What'd you say?
For me, I said Saka's better than Rashford. Rashford's garbage.
Is it hard? Is it hard to be better than Rashford? I put the poll in the chat for which wingers. So I put my winger options of Martinelli and Sancho. I put Lucas in of Saka and Sancho. See what people come out with and say. 3 votes so far, so I'll leave it on for a few minutes, see what people go with. But I think it's a pretty solid team so far. How do you think that team could win the quadruple?
No, I don't think that team will not win the quadruple, Maisy. But I think
why not?
You reckon?
I'm kidding. I'm pulling your leg.
Well, with Ramsdale in goal, Maisy.
Nothing wrong with Ramsdale.
For me, I think that team gets you top 4, top 3.
Champions League football, definitely.
Champions League football, 100%.
Helgon has got a good point. One thing I want to give Bruno a shout for is the captaincy has made him shine. I do agree with that. He definitely suits being the captain, and a lot of people said, well, what kind of experience does Bruno have? He doesn't have any captain material, but he was the captain for Sporting Lisbon. He won trophies under Sporting Lisbon as a captain. And I think he's a terrific captain for me. You want a vocal captain who wants to stick up for your team. So for me, I completely agree with that. I think it's a good decision giving Bruno the captaincy. Ravi said Ramsdale with his Hollywood saves. What was you going to say, Luca?
Sorry, man. How do you feel Bruno Fernandez has done this season?
I think he could have done a lot better, but he's been there when we've needed him.
Because last season, people were like giving him a lot of stick.
Yeah, there was. And the thing is, a lot of people didn't look at other things of Bruno Fernandez. People look and go, he hasn't had the passing accuracy. But if he don't, when he's concentrated on the passing accuracy, he's been poor. But he doesn't have the great passing accuracy, he gets you a goal and assist. Which one matters more? A goal and assist to win you a game, or a passing accuracy to keep possession of the ball?
A goal and assist. A passing with keeping the possession of the ball isn't going to mean you anything.
Possession of the ball means nothing if you're not doing anything with the possession. It just gives you a stat at the end of the game saying, well done, you've got 70% possession.
It ain't going to mean you anything. It's like playing FIFA. It's like Barcelona or Marseille can actually make like 100 passes in a day. It's, you know what I mean? It's not going to mean anything. Like with Bruno Fernandez, you need a goal and assist. That's what he's coming for Manchester United. He's coming for Manchester United to do well, not just to obviously dance around the pitch to end up doing it and giving so many possessions.
Exactly. I completely agree. Ericsson captain for My Like Coffee, that would be a good shout. I would like that. The only reason why I won't give it him right now is just because he hasn't been at United long enough, but I think he's good enough to be a captain in my personal opinion. Liam, Martinelli has been decent so far. Sancho has looked a different player to last season. Exactly, and what I said about Sancho, just like Dortmund, he needs a season to get used to the league, because after that season happened of Sancho at Borussia Dortmund, he wasn't good with his stats, and then he turned into another level. And the way Ten Hag plays really, really suits Jadon Sancho. So what I'll do, I'll end the poll. And the poll has come out with 89% has said Martinelli and Sancho.
We'll go along with that, man. We'll go with the poll. We'll go with the public.
Go with the public, like it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah. So Martinelli is on the left and Sancho is on the right.
Mate, I hate that Martinelli picture. They really need to upgrade that picture, honestly.
It's a bit scary, to be honest.
It is.
It's a scary looking picture. But we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much, Luca, for coming on, taking the time. It's been a great show.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Score prediction, I'm going to go for 1-1.
I've gone for a 2-2.
2-2. I actually thought you were going to say you were going to win. I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I just think we can get something out of the game. I just think we're on good confidence. Let's wait and see what happens. Like I said, I'm just a bit concerned about the midfield and the injuries. Let's hope they can prove it wrong. Putting a bit of a good fight against your midfield. I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I've gone for a 2-2 draw anyway. I'm not overly confident with the game, but
you're not confident, overconfident. Jesus.
Just of the way Arsenal's playing at the moment, they're playing very good football. So, yeah, 1-1 for me, 2-2 for me, and 1-1 for Luca. Luca, would you like to shout out your brilliant channel?
Yeah, why not, man? Cheers for the kind words. Yeah, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Luca AFC. Yes, of course, we just did a Manchester United preview with Mike Green earlier. What's coming up on my channel? Yes, there's not really much coming up on my channel, but the match reaction will be out straight after the game. Of course, I am going to be on a watch along on someone else's channel on Sunday as well. I'll be on Talk Man News watch along. On the weekend as well. So make sure you go and check his channel out, and also Football versus Cancer on his channel as well. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Luca AFC. We're on the road to 2.5K. And for me, we're sitting on 2.37 at the moment. So we're like 30 away from 2,400. So if we can hit that, that'd be fantastic, and turn the notifications on. But Maisy, thank you very much for another preview. It's been wonderful audience to everyone, and so yeah.
It's been a pleasure. I'll put your link in the description below. So if you haven't already, go and subscribe to Luca AFC, fantastic channel. Not just Arsenal content, he does day out vlogs. I feel like I'm on holiday with Luca when I watch him. So go and check him out. And if you're new to this channel, hit the like and subscribe button. I will be next live. It will be on Monday. I will be doing a Manchester United women preview versus Tottenham women. Andy and Chloe is back for that. And I'll be doing my sporting watch along there on Wednesday as well. Early one. 5:30 I'll be on, ready for the 5:45 kickoff.
Any news on John Sinclair coming on?
John Sinclair will be on. I haven't got a day arranged yet. Probably, hopefully, Wednesday or Thursday. I've got John back, and I've got the Crystal Palace preview on this week as well. So next week as well. So plenty of things coming up on the channel. So thank you all for coming on, and we'll see you soon. It's a goodbye for now.